And this episode of Hattrick Hockey is brought to you by our good friends over at Claru and Son Roofing. These guys are the kings of roofing, Tristan, like we say, the kings of roofing. These
Mhm.
guys last summer alone, over 25,000 bundles of shingles done. They're fully insured. They offer free estimates. The work they do is incredible, and they always get the job done right the first time. So be sure to hit up the boys over at Claru and Son Roofing because, like we always say, when you want your roof done, call Claru and Son, baby.
Mm-hmm.
No time. Woo, woo. And what is going on, everybody out there? All of you beauts and beauties, it is episode number 143 of Hat Trick Hockey, which is always brought to you by our good friends over at GL Heritage, the official beer of Hat Trick Hockey. If you like my sweater, Tristan's shirt there, just smash the link on the post. It'll bring you right into our merch store for you to collect all of your sweet HTH merch. And here, as always, inside Windsor Laser Cutting Studios with my buddy Tristan inside Barker Builds, as always. What's up, brother? It feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while, but I enjoyed the short hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
To be completely honest, I think I watched one Stanley Cup final game. Uh and aside from that, been playing ball hockey. Took a
Mm-hmm.
nice shot in the back of the arm that left a big welt. Looks like I got shot by a paintball bear skin.
Come on.
But oh yeah, it's pretty rough. And then next week, I am gone for the entirety of the week because me and my dad are going on fishing trip with my uncle Jason up north, and yeah, something that's been in the works for some time now, and I'm happy we finally get to get away and do it. Just a guy's trip. So,
Hell yeah. So
mhm.
where are you going to?
So it's a small town called Minettville, and if anyone knows where North Bay is, it's on Lake Nipissing. It's about
Okay.
an hour and 10 minutes south of there, just near the French River as it feeds into Lake Nipissing on the west arm.
Oh,
And
okay.
actually, we're not going to be fishing that. We're going to be fishing some of the smaller back lakes, bodies of water, since they're less fished, and therefore the fish get larger and more likely to strike as opposed to a main lake. You're going to catch a lot of small hammer handle pike and stuff like that. What we want is like 12 plus pound pike, like some quality. We want big
You want the
fish. So
big boys.
yeah, we do. And fishing is one of my like favorite pastimes. I do it a lot. I don't know if I call myself an avid fisherman. I don't have any sort of highlight reel things. I got some nice fish in my time. I like to think I know what I'm doing out there on the water anyway. And even if you don't catch fish, honestly, I encourage people who kind of say like, "Well, isn't it boring?" But like, honestly, the best part of fishing is just being out there,
Mm-hmm.
taking in the fresh air, looking at the lake, looking at the sun. You know, when you get up at 6:30 a.m. and there's a mist across the lake, like it really is like as they call it, God's country. Like you really just see the wonderful world as it is, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, I need to do more of that, man. Just get out and
Listen,
just
Ant,
outdoor.
me and you, man, we'll plan a trip next year. We'll
You
get up,
know,
do some fishing and
even if we did something around here, I know a couple buddies that run fishing charters. I could probably get us out on the boat with them.
okay. Yeah. I love like I said, Lake St. Clair, it's a great fishery, especially for I go fishing for muskie. So does my
Okay.
dad. And you know, the apex predator of the water and there's some big ones in St. Clair, but uh this is gonna sound really stupid, but like I prefer the color pattern of the fish up north. Just in that coffee stain, they call it oligotrophic lakes. It's very dark and cool aesthetically looking fish as opposed to St. Clair's eutrophic slash mesotrophic lake, which means that it's very the fish are like sandy colored. They're not as
Mm-hmm.
like they don't look as healthy, quote unquote, even though they can be bigger. I just prefer, you know, you're away from it all.
Mm-hmm.
It's you in the water. And as much as a big lake, most of the main lake gets fished. And even when we're on the West Arm, you might see one boat on the day,
Really, eh?
maybe two, and it's just beautiful. Quiet, pristine, still waters, and the whole week we're going up. I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, but uh hopefully as of right now, it's forecasted to be like 79 and sunny every day.
Wow. So that's
And
like
it's
perfect week.
the flies haven't come out yet.
Yeah,
We
so
got
you're
ourselves, we just picked up a motor this week. We got ourselves a nice little Lumacraft boat. Great time. But enough about that. Anything new in your life before we jump into the hockey or
well, let's put it this way. Our weeks are gonna look a lot different, obviously.
oh no.
Yours way more on the fun side.
Well,
So
we're both going to be doing a lot of sitting. So,
yeah. Except I'm gonna be sitting with ice and so I'm getting snipped. So this being Thursday, I'm getting snipped Friday. So by the time everybody listens to this, I will be neutered. And yeah, I just don't want to have any more kids. I have three, so this is probably the easiest way to shut her down and the easiest and quickest way rather than, it's easier for us to get snipped than it is for the like woman to go in and have the tubes tied and stuff like that. So it's easier for us.
all right,
So
taking one for the team.
yeah, so I'm gonna go in and get her done. I'm a little nervous about it. I'm not nervous on the aspect of it being done.
Right.
I'm like nervous on the aspect of like whatever. I'll just come out and say it's my balls they're working on. I can't get over the fact that it's my balls. I like I don't care that I'm having surgery. I don't care that they're gonna shove a needle into my stuff. Like whatever to numb me. It's the fact that where they're working. I can't get over it. So, but I've had so many buddies are like, dude, it's nothing. They're like, the worst part is after. They're like, when the numbing wears off, they're like your first day or two, I guess they say is really bad.
Yeah.
So, but I guess all guys are different and stuff like
Oh,
that too. So I've been hit by hockey pucks, baseballs, and everything. So I'm gonna
yeah.
assume that that pain is probably worse than what I'm gonna endure tomorrow, knowing
We'll
that I'm
see.
gonna be numb. Right. So everybody
Hey,
says the worst part is the freezing. Once you're numb, you're smooth sailing. So
we'll let us know on a
say a prayer for me,
recap of the events
everybody.
after, but
Say yes. So
I'm
next
happy to say
episode.
that that's not going to happen to me for many, many years and hopefully several children later. So
hmm
I don't look forward to that, but I hope it goes well for you. That being said,
Bro, so
Stanley Cup
much.
champion has been awarded.
Yes. The Vegas Golden Knights, Stanley Cup champions, first time in
Hmm.
team history, 6 years it took them. They just completely dominated, man. It was just Florida thought they were gonna come in and bully them.
Yeah, well,
Is because that's kind of what they did in the first few rounds, right? Like they came in and they bullied teams. They came back
no, they made
from
Toronto
behind.
look terrible.
Fucking Gudis was just running around the ice doing his thing. It was just mayhem.
Hmm.
But here's the thing: when they went into the finals and they met up with the Vegas Golden Knights, they're not only are they fast, they're big.
And they're experienced.
Yes, they're experienced. They'll hit. They're riding a hot goalie. Just everything was on. Just everything was just maxed.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is I will say Florida played through some significant injuries. There was some really bad injuries that they had.
Oh,
What
it's
was it?
Kachuk had
So
like a cracked sternum and
yeah,
5 broken ribs. It
a
was like
cracked sternum and 5 broken ribs. I guess Gudis had a high ankle sprain.
Ekblad had both shoulders dislocated.
Yeah, he had two shoulder locations and he had something else too. They were beat up, man. But
Yeah,
for
like a high
them,
ankle sprain or something, right?
yeah,
Wasn't it?
something like that. But for them to go in there is to just go in. They were limping. Let's face it. But Vegas, congrats,
Yep.
crazy man.
Congratulations. What are your thoughts on the Conn Smythe Trophy winner?
That
Did you
was
feel
Was
Marcia?
that
So yeah,
Marshall? Yeah, I thought it was either going to be him, Eichel, or Hill. One of the like I said, Eichel and Hill online, but in the back
yeah,
of my mind, Marshall was there too. But he's one of the original Golden Knights, right?
yeah. Correct. So that was actually I remember the day because I thought that was first when I started getting into like the transitions or transaction side of hockey. You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? Like the behind the scenes and watching the just how that first draft played out. Florida gifted them in order to protect Jared McCann, a guy they would later get rid of. And who is the tall guy there? Oh, he won a cup with Pittsburgh. Something with a G. Not Nick Bukestad, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they protected those two young guys, and in order to do that, they said, "All right, don't take these guys. We'll give you both Riley Smith and Jonathan Marchessault."
Hmm. That's crazy, man.
And guess who the team was? Florida.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah,
Fuck. Another thing too, man. Mark Stone, what a performance in that clinching
good
game.
old Marky,
Notch a
Mark
hat
Stone.
trick. Little trivia for you, see how much you were paying attention to the game.
Hmm.
When is the last time there was a hat trick in a Stanley Cup clinching game?
Wasn't it like 1933 or something? It's
20.
ridiculously
It was like
29,
22, I think. It was 101
22.
year 101 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy? So that was the last time
Really?
someone, yeah. It was a Toronto guy, I believe. And that was the last time someone's put up a
Wow.
hat trick in a Stanley Cup clinching game.
That's incredible. That's a crazy stat.
Yeah.
That's a crazy
So,
stat. There's been because I can think of about like 5 2-goal games. Like I
mhm.
remember Tarasenko a couple of years ago. Um, who was it? Tampa. I think Point had two for sure. But anyway,
Yeah.
wow, Mark Stone. And going back, just to wind it back just a little bit. When it comes to the Conn Smythe winner, I honestly thought like, yeah, of all the things like he led the league in goals, Marchessault for playoffs and stuff like that. But like, you know what the crazy thing is he finished tied in the league for playoff points with Leon Draisaitl
I
or
know.
playoff
Yeah.
goals. That's crazy, considering Leon Draisaitl got eliminated back in round two,
Yeah, I
like
know.
almost a month
Imagine,
ago now.
imagine he would have played two more rounds.
We're talking like 25, maybe 30 goals,
Yeah.
which would
But
be a record. But
well,
anyway,
100%.
or wait, yeah, I think the record is like 27
Still though, that's
by
a lot of
Gretzky. But
fucking goals.
anyway, I honestly thought Hill should have got it. He carried them
Yeah.
since that first round when they realized, okay, Hill's going to be our guy. Carried them
You
the
want to
whole
know?
way.
You
Carried them.
want
That
you want to
save he
know?
made. Remember the save he made in the
Oh,
start
with
of
the
the series?
stick, the
Oh
stick.
my
Yeah, that
gosh.
was crazy. You want to know who just the way he played the whole run kind of reminded me of? Jordan Bennington, guy that just kind of comes out of nowhere and just fucking
Yeah, you're
stands
right.
on his head. You know
But
what
see,
I mean? Wins the
Bennington,
cup.
they knew what they had in Bennington because they called them up midway through the season. Remember that year they were dead last? Then
Hmm.
they got Bennington and they went on a regular season tear. Hill kind of reminds me of oh, who was that guy? Well, I guess it'd be just a similar but he ended up losing in the final that year or in the conference final Andrew Hammond, the Hamburglar with Ottawa. Your brother would know about him, but
Hmm.
just a
The
guy who
Hamburglar.
like yeah, the Hamburglar. That's what they called him. Andrew Hammond, one hit wonder. Had one great year, like insane. Like he had a 945 second half of the season. And then in the playoffs he had like a 930, but they lost that was the year they lost that was
Did
earlier on in Pittsburgh, but
Did you see Kessel's interview
oh
after? Like, Phil, what are you gonna do? He's like looking around. No, but he's like, I imagine it's probably gonna be a pretty good party tonight. And then he's
yeah,
like,
I
they're
did see
like,
that. And
what are you gonna do or whatever? He's like, my goal is to not throw up. That's what he said.
I'll be honest. This is and you could see the numbers speak for it. 30 I think it was 35 or 40% less viewership than last year.
I know, but that's the thing, right?
I to be completely honest, I contributed to that number. I think I watched game 1 and then I was like
Yeah, I
Whoever
think
wins wins. I had nothing
you
invested
didn't
in
watch
this. My
game
bracket
five.
was busted.
You
I
didn't watch
honestly
the
didn't
slaughter.
care. It just made me mad because last year I was like, I Vegas just dropped to I think like my second least favorite team in the league right now. And that might sound stupid to everyone who's listening, but I don't know. It just is like come on, they've only been in the league 6 years. They had the expansion draft handed to them on a platter. Like their whole strategy of how they've made this team makes me mad because it's not how you're supposed to. They literally mortgaged their entire future. Like they have nothing left 3 years
Really?
down the road from now, but they won their cup. And it makes
Mhm.
me mad that I work for them because there's been other teams that tried to do that with aging players and it didn't work out.
Yeah, but now how
Detroit
long?
in their later years, remember?
Hmm.
Detroit sacrificed such a good potential of rebuilding early just to try and win that last cup, and it didn't work out with these older guys. Now it worked for Vegas because he got guys like Mark Stone, Alex Petrangelo. They're winning their cups again. That's two for Peter Angelo now, but
Hmm.
anyway.
Yeah, but how long is it going to take them to crawl out of that hole now, though?
Also, cup numero trois for Jonathan Quick.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him. And
Mhm.
number oh wait, was Phil on that 2011 Boston team or no?
No, Phil has two in Pittsburgh and one now in Vegas.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's Phil's
So that's
third
three.
too.
Okay. And then I'm trying to think if there's anyone else who's multi-time winners. I don't think so. Mark
Hmm.
Stone, he no, he Mark Stone was with Ottawa for most of it, and then did Mark Stone come from Ottawa to Vegas?
Feel like he might have.
Yeah, I think he did. I forget how that all played out. I'm just drawing a blank right now. But anyway, congrats to Vegas. I'm not happy for you, but congratulations, you won the Stanley Cup. You get to hold that title for 1 year.
Hmm.
Who knows? Maybe they repeat next year. I doubt it. We'll see what they do with Hayden Hill. I think Hayden Hill is a free agent. Could be wrong, but
Well, he's gonna get paid. But
yeah.
what do you do?
Now,
What do you do with a guy like that? Do you just sign him on a bridge deal?
well, what is he? He's
No, but
27.
I mean, just so that's not like beginner's luck type deal. Like, you know what I mean? Sign him to
Oh,
a shorter deal.
he's. I almost guarantee you, he's never gonna be putting this performance up again in a
Well, that's what I
playoff.
mean.
But
So that's why I'm saying it's probably safer to sign him to a smaller deal.
yeah, because his track record indicates like usually good players who can sustain, like for instance, Carey Price, right?
Hmm.
Very linear progression and development, right?
Yeah.
You look at a guy like Aiden Hill, it's like this.
Yeah. It's kind of up and down. Yeah.
All of a sudden it skyrockets
Zing.
this year. That's a red flag for
Yeah.
overpayment. Oh, career year? Shocker. Look at the JT Miller deal. You
Yeah.
really think the Canucks want to be paying him 9 mil for the next 7 years? Well, they had to because he
Yeah.
had a career year. Bo
Yeah.
Horvat, career year, goes to the island.
Does nothing.
Oh, that deal. That deal is gonna be an ugly one 3 years from now. Let
Well,
me tell you.
well,
Eight and a
hopefully
half.
that's a
Yikes.
big price tag. They're saying that speaking of Ottawa, they're saying that the freaking cat there is going to possibly be a Red Wing. That the Red Wings are on the list because they're his
Right.
hometown
And
team.
in Vegas, Florida, St. Louis,
But
Nashville.
he also said that Detroit was a spot that he was willing to give a little bit of a deal to go because it's his hometown team.
Right. And I just saw that also Ottawa moved for salary arbitration with him.
Hmm. Who
So
did Ottawa?
I don't know how it works. So if they trade him before the salary arbitration date, does he still go to arbitration with his new club or is that nullified once he's traded?
I'm not sure, but I would think that they would just be done now that he's going to a new club.
Right, but it has to do with his agent in the club, correct?
Yes, because he would be in arbitration with Ottawa, not Detroit. So you would
That's
think
true
that
because the deal changes.
yeah. So you would think that when he goes, because he could have a 6 year deal with Ottawa, but if Eisman wants to throw him 8, why are we in arbitration?
Or no, sorry, am I speaking? incorrectly now. I think they just qualified him. I don't know if
Oh,
there was a
so
couple
he's
other players they
qualified to go to arbitration if he wants to type deal.
no. He's qualified, meaning they tendered him an offer that
Oh,
if he
okay.
doesn't sign by a certain date, he must accept that, and it's whatever percent increase. If they file for arbitration, that's up to I think a 15% decrease in pay or something like that. I don't know.
Mm.
There's an X amount of percentages in there. But anyway, I would love if Eiserman went after Alex DeBrincat. I just want Eiserman like, and Frank Saravalli was reported as saying it and quoted, Steve Eiserman's going to be busy this offseason.
I hope he is.
This is a pivotal. Oh, and
Yeah,
don't even get me started.
he has to be aggressive.
Well, the reality is, and we saw this also with the moves we're going to talk about with Columbus and other teams,
Mm-hmm.
they're showing their hand. They're done waiting. Teams want to be better. They realize, okay, here's where we're going to start to see other teams fall off in our conference or division. Boom, Boston, probably taking a hard nosedive in the standings. Tampa Bay, they're coming up on it. It's pretty soon. What do they got? They got 1 or 2 more years left of Vasi, and then no more Vasilevsky, Stamkos. We'll see what he does after next year. Stuff like that. We'll see lots of question marks for some of these big teams that have been good for a while. Toronto, what do they do with the core? Do they
One
actively
of them's
stick with
gone.
it? We'll see. But they have a new GM. He claims the core will stay the same. He could also trade 3 of them. We don't know.
And remember, this is the same guy that dealt Matthew Kachuk.
Exactly. So he's not afraid to send away a young star to try and get experience, although it failed horribly in that case.
Yeah.
We'll see. Huberdeau is the kind of player he could have a rebound year. With
Yeah.
that team behind him, you never know. Next year, we could have a
Uyghur too,
110
right?
point Huberdeau
Uyghur,
again.
they can all. Yeah,
Like
definitely.
he's got the right pieces. Columbus, let's talk about the moves they just made.
Well,
So I'll talk about the first move they go out and do. It was a 3-way trade. For purposes of, I'll just get them out of the way. LA, all they got was some AHL players and retaining salary. So it's mainly between Philly and Columbus. So Philadelphia acquires from LA Cal Peterson, Sean Walker, the Blue Jackets 2023 first round pick, the Blue Jackets 2024 second round pick, conditional, and the Kings 2024 second round pick. In exchange, they gave away 2 AHL players to LA, Kevin Connaughton, Hayden Hodgson. And Columbus acquires Ivan Provorov. Now, Provorov, mind you, had a rough year. Philadelphia, their whole decor did, all right? Their coaching, sorry, John Tortorella, but there's a reason you're retired in the first place. I mean, he came back and lackluster performance, nothing. And now Philly, they're not afraid. They're trading people away. Provorov's the first of those to fall.
I think
Next
Hart's
will be
gonna go
Carter Hart,
too. Yeah,
right?
I was just gonna. Yeah, for sure.
Travis Konechny, possibly. Young right winger, who knows?
Probably
But
get a nice
Ivan,
haul for him too.
exactly. Ivan Provorov, we'll see how he does. I think he could have a rebound year with Columbus because they made another move and they were involved in a sign and trade with, one sec, I'm going to pull this up here, the New Jersey Devils, in which I believe they gave up, did they give up a first? I don't know. I don't have, it doesn't display to me the trade here. But anyway, I know for a fact Columbus got in the sign and trade Damon Severson and signed him 8 years, 6.25.
Money, 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 money.
Yeah, Damon gets paid, but I I I saw him as being like a kind of a bridge deal. Like if he hit the open market, I could see him getting like 4 years at 5 mil. But like, dude, that's a big payment.
Here's the thing. I'm all for bridge deals.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
all for
it
bridge
also
deals.
gives you
I don't
cap
give a fuck who it
leniency.
is. I don't care if it's Austin Matthews. Here, you want to sign a 4-year deal, 9 million, 10 million a year or whatever? Here, fuck, here
He,
you go.
Matthews with
Yeah, like I know,
for
but he
9 million.
wants no. I'm just speaking
He wants
hypothetically.
closer to double that amount
No,
than he
I
does
know.
9.
I'm guessing. What do you think he's gonna get?
Oh, his asking price is probably
No,
14.
what do you think he's gonna get? I'm gonna say 12 and a half.
Depends.
He's
Give
getting
me a scenario. Is he traded or no? Does he
no
stay with Toronto?
staying,
No. No.
staying.
14 million.
Okay, leaving.
13.
You think he
Actually, I don't
take?
know. It could be more.
You
Could
think
be
he
even
take?
like 14.2 or so. It could get ridiculous. It could get nutty real quick, especially if the cap goes up.
No, I don't care what anybody says. Nobody should be paid more than Connor and Uncle Leo.
To be fair,
For,
that was signed when the cap hit was
no, I know, but I'm
lower.
saying though, no one should make more than those guys, especially Connor.
McKinnon currently does, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
but
McKinnon, he's repping a C. So is McDavid.
McKinnon or McDavid, who you taking?
What situation are we looking at?
All around.
It's just this is like the time that guy was like interviewed, and it's like Steph Curry or Iguodala. The Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth. I want Iguodala.
No, I
I'm
just
gonna be that
mean,
same guy who takes the player who's ranked lower.
mhm.
If it's game 7, you're in triple OT, you want this guy on the ice to score the goal. I want Nathan McKinnon.
I guess he has the better shot, right?
What's his name? The Patrick Waugh quote. I'm sorry I couldn't hear him. I had my 2 Stanley Cup rings
Yeah,
in my ear.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Who's
yeah.
got a ring? Who doesn't?
For now,
Listen, all
Edmonton's
right.
on the brink.
Colorado,
Edmonton's on the brink.
McKinnon has Mikko Rantanen. All right. In my opinion, like shout out all you Avs fans. I would kill to have Mikko Rantanen on the
Yeah,
Red
for
Wings.
sure.
He is my favorite right winger in the league. That guy can score goals, pure, clean. His snapshot, wrist shot, he's deadly. His one timer. The guy was built to score goals. What is he? 6'2",
Dude,
built on a
I
good
seen a
frame.
goal of his this past year. It was an empty netter, so it wasn't, but whatever. But he took a wrist shot from
Yeah,
his end and put it bar down
yeah, I know.
from his end.
Rantanen,
Like
the
I was
guy's a
just like,
pure
come on.
sniper. Like Leon Draisaitl is supposedly better than him. So and McDavid is better than both of those guys. Well, they don't have a cup.
I know.
Part of that, I think, is coaching. I think their coach looks like a tool, but
Kim Jong Batman, like fucking Biz always says on Chicklets. It's King fucking Kim Jong Batman. But I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll definitely see what's up. But I expect, I hope Eiserman is active,
oh baby,
and we have
yeah,
lots of room. We have lots of room.
we
So
have the most room, I think, aside from Columbus or
yeah,
no Chicago.
yeah.
We
But
have
the thing,
33 million in cap space.
but Chicago's getting the fucking first overall pick too. That they get to pay him 3 or 4 years on an entry level deal at fucking league minimum too.
Yeah.
Can they attach like
Oh yeah, there's salary bonus.
bonuses to that? Like you
They
get
just
X
can't
amount of
exceed a certain
goals, you
limit.
get X. Okay, so he's gonna max out anyways. But
Yeah. He'll probably get what I forget what the max is right now. It's I think it's 950.
before we leave Columbus,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we brought it up last show, but Babcock is expected to be named head coach July 1. I'm not
That
sure.
is the
I'm not.
complete wrong decision.
Did you see Commodore? Did you see his
Mike
video?
Commodore?
Yeah,
What about
Commie.
him?
Look up his video when he found out Mike Babcock got hired. It's
I take it he was thrilled.
it's gnarly, man. He does well because we know that he doesn't hold back. They obviously like right. Commie doesn't like him, but
Oh, he always is commenting
yeah,
online, but
he sounded off.
well, I'll
So
say this. You are a young and rebuilding team, and you pick a win now gritty coach who's known to literally make young players feel like garbage. Okay. Sure, Jarmo Kekalainen. You just did an absolute trash move. Everything you've done in the rebuild means nothing now. Because you're going to fire him 6 months in when you guys, again, are bottom 5 in the league. What do you
Columbus
do?
is kind of like that girl going after the bad boy, like I could change him. It's kind of right. It's kind of like that right now, right? No, am I right?
Yeah, well, he's won cups.
Yeah, He is a winner. I'll give him
He's
that.
won a
Two,
cup. Who
two.
else?
Won one in Anaheim too. Look it up. Look it up.
He wasn't already with the Wings?
No, he won one in Anaheim.
He was with Anaheim the year before he became a cup
I
champ with the
believe he
Wings.
was. I believe he was an assistant. Look it
So
up.
his first year as a coach, he won the cup with the Wings. I never knew that.
What? So what year did?
07, Anaheim won the cup.
So hold on. I'll look up Mike Babcock Stanley Cups.
Yeah, I don't. If so, I never knew that he won the cup as a first year.
So it was. I thought he won it as an assistant. No, yeah, okay, I was wrong. Dash one, Ant.
Told you. Yeah, okay.
So he
Yeah,
got his
that's what I
win.
thought, Ant. He was head coach in 0506, man. Not, yeah, that's right, Ant.
Yeah, he
Boom.
signed with the.
Don't listen. Red Wings history, don't come at me on that, okay?
Fuck you.
Yeah,
But
right,
he
buddy.
uh
Ow.
but he has
Bump
won
the
like
counter.
Olympic golds, world like championships and stuff. So he is a winner. But like I said, if he's gonna come in and I can't see him changing that much though. But if he's coming in and his kind of attitudes kind of change and he knows the kind of team that he's going into and
Right.
it's kind of a good situation for him to be going into because let's face it, with this team, expectations not that high right now. So it's kind of a
Yeah, except when you go out and get two defensemen to be your top pair D-men for the year,
yeah, I know, but still, well, you got to start somewhere.
expectations starting to build.
Yeah, but
You
it's
got
not
Patrick Laine, Johnny Gaudreau. Come on. Hello, Kent Johnson as a rookie.
fair
He's
enough.
got to get better. Cole Sillinger, Adam Boakfist, Elvis Merzlikins. Like,
And they what order or what number are they drafting to? So they're gonna have that draft pick too. They got a
oh,
top five pick, don't they?
are they six?
Something like that. Top
I
10 at least. But still, then they got that high draft pick coming
I
too.
think
So
there's six because they're in between Washington and who picks five? Montreal, I think, right?
I don't you're asking me, dude. I
Anyhow,
don't know.
have you
Columbus is
been pi-
we're gonna
in
have to
that
reach out
sense?
to Lee. Right? We're gonna have to reach out
Yeah,
to
in
like
that
Lee.
discussion though, have you like the draft is in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Have you personally looked at anything or
No.
no? Okay.
I usually won't do that until it gets like inside a week, kind of, and then I'll
No,
start looking
really?
at it. Yeah,
Oh
man. I don't.
man,
That's
especially being a
why.
Wings fan, I would have been.
That's why I got you, dog.
Yeah,
You're
well,
because you're all over that shit.
you want to hear my honest opinion?
Shoot.
The Detroit Red Wings, with their ninth pick, they are either not staying at 9 and trading up into the top 5, or they trade that pick for a player. I do not believe they keep pick 9.
No, that's probably. But if they okay, let's say they trade that, what caliber player can they get for a ninth overall pick?
Well, they're going to attach more.
Yeah, but I mean, just mean like what kind of guy would come back in it? Like, let's say like who would be a good trading partner?
Just one for one, I would go, boom, Nikolai Ehlers, ninth overall pick exchange from Winnipeg. If I
Oh,
say,
okay.
hey, knock, knock, Kyle Connor, I go, all right, ninth overall, right? The the Boston first round we have last year or next year rather. 2 seconds from this year because we have three in a row,
Mm-hmm.
and a prospect like Cross Sanus or Albert Johansson. Yeah, it's a lot, but guess what? The Wings need scoring. They need to score it desperately. They got to make the salary cap floor. You're not doing that with another rookie. You're not going to sign for a year. The free agent class this year is crap. If you look through it, there's no one you could look at that makes sense for the Wings at forward. So any forwards they're getting this year, Or ninth overall, you say, okay, ninth overall, second rounder, and a guy like, we'll say Cross Hannes, Alex
Ah,
DeBrincat.
yeah. I'd take Hellebuck too.
No,
Why not?
he's a free agent in a year.
Oh, okay. So just grab him in a year.
We got money, man. Steve Eiserman's smart like that.
Yeah. I just feel like we need to
And I
adjust
could
our
also look
spending.
like a complete idiot when they trade for him. But
Yeah.
I think if we're trading for a goalie, it's not going to be the 30-year-old veteran. It's going to be Carter Hart.
Yeah. Someone young and fucking lots of career left. They can sign to a long-term deal
Yeah,
and
and potential. Like
lock in.
Hellebuck is what he is right now. Yeah, he's a top
Yeah.
five goalie in the league, but he's 30.
Yeah, for
Carter
sure.
Hart's what, 23? Like that's crazy young. For a goalie to already be in the league a couple of years at that young of an age, it's unheard of. Most goalies come in where he is right now.
Yeah.
The average age for a goalie to start in the NHL, I think, is like 24. So this guy's below average, and he's already been in the league 3 years. Like he played games I think as a 19-year-old. That's me in net, first thing pros. That's crazy. Anyhow, what else you got lined up?
um, Tree Living grabbed Shane Doan to be in the office there. I thought that was a
Yes,
good move.
it's a great move.
That's a good hockey mind.
Shane Doan is you know what? Not only is he a great hockey mind, he's a class act.
Hmm. Do you think
And
he just got sick of the shit in fucking Arizona?
I think every player on Arizona is sick of the shit in Arizona. Why would you want to play for that team? Why would you want to play for that team? Name one reason.
No, I know. I hear it. The
And
weather?
don't BS me on this. Don't like
The
there's no
weather?
reason. The weather. Okay, go play for Florida, who was just in the cup final, or Tampa.
Yeah, true.
They're also tax free.
Hmm. Yeah, I know. Everybody likes to go to those tax-free
I don't,
places,
dude.
eh?
I would rather play in San Jose, who is about to go through a very long, lengthy rebuild. You know why? They just seem like a nicer, more fun organization.
Hmm.
I'm not in the desert. Like I don't want to film an episode of The Breaking Bad here. I want to play hockey. Like,
Yeah. They need to just get that fucking team out of
dude,
Arizona.
the 73s. I love the 73s. All right, one of the best locker rooms in the league. They make the locker room at Mullet Arena look like a joke.
Hmm.
So,
Someone just signed a big
and that's why you
ticket.
want to play for the threes, everybody. Legendary organization, which we have to talk about them soon.
Mhm. Yes,
Anyway,
for sure. Last thing before we get to them, you said there was an 8-year 7.9 for Brat, right?
yes, thank you for bringing that up and reminding me. Jesper Brat, or Brat, whatever, however people want to
I
say it.
don't know. I
Jesper
say Brat
Brat.
because I'm a dummy.
All right, you're not a dummy. Jesper Brat, 63 million for 8 years, so 7.875, 7.9 if you
Getting
round up.
paid, man.
He gets paid.
Yeah.
That's one of the RFAs checked off the list for New Jersey. Now they're moving for salary arbitration with Timo Meyer.
Yeah, I seen that.
So Timo, I think his qualifying offers 10 mil. So basically what that means is they can reduce it down to about, well, 15%. So 8.5.
Can someone offer sheet him?
Not with arbitration. I don't believe so.
Okay, that's only when he's just restricted, right?
Right. Restricted and qualified.
Okay.
And
All
he's
that
on the
trade
open
stuff
market
confuses
there.
me, man. There's too many rules and shit.
And then there's picks compensation. So say someone wants to get they sign him for anywhere over 3 years at a cap hit where his qualifying offer would be. So let's say it's 8.5 for 3 years, right?
Hmm.
Or 4 or 5, or even a max deal. It's the next 4 years of first round picks unprotected. So you could do that. It's also idiocy because you could probably get him for cheaper in a trade.
Hmm.
So offer sheeting a guy like that, not really something you want to be looking at. If you're going to offer sheet someone, it's generally the guys who are making around $3-4 million or projected to, and the team's in cap trouble. New Jersey has neither of those. So I think Jersey will get him signed at a pretty good deal. I think they could nail him down to right around 8 million. Maybe it is an 8-year deal. Maybe they want to go full long term. That's a good bet. because New Jersey is a good young team. Like second round this year, they're a good squad.
Yeah, there's so
They're-
many teams that are so close. They're like a deal or two away.
yeah, I Jersey, I like them because I think they're a good blueprint for what Detroit can do. Just the
Hmm.
inverse. So Detroit, Jersey has an insane forward core. They've had great top picks that are forwards. They've kind of built their D core through drafting, or sorry, not drafting. The opposite of drafting, free agency and trades. Uh, Wings are kind of the opposite. They've drafted their entire D core.
Hmm.
That's going to be when they're winning. Their entire D core is going to be drafted.
Yeah,
Maybe
then
one
they
free
ship
agent.
them down to the minors,
Now
groom
they got to
them,
get a
bring them
forward.
up.
That's why this draft, wherever they're taking, you got to get a forward, and it's got to be a good one.
Hmm.
Cough, cough, Matvey Michkov. That guy's going to fall down boards. Man, Eisman, if he's still there at 5, you pick up that phone and say, hello, get me, what do you want? What's your asking price? We're getting it to
Yeah,
you. Because that's a 60 goal scorer. People are letting sit there because he has a 3-year KHL deal. I do not care. And
yeah.
watch this guy's highlights.
Eiserman will be like, I don't care. Stay over there, play your 3 years, and
You
we'll.
know, he almost, in less games played, he almost doubled Alex Ovechkin's production as a KHL rookie.
That's crazy.
And he's 5'11 and 180 pounds. He's not 6'3 dominant
Yeah,
Ovechkin.
and he's
This
still a
kid
kid
can
too.
move.
And he's still a kid. Like that's the thing. He can still get like he could still fill out and get size and 5'11's not horrible. It's not like 5'9"
No,
or
yeah, and even
5'8",
5'11 on 180 pounds.
Yeah.
If that's accurate to what his weight is, which is probably not. Every guy gives him 15. Every guy in the NHL gives themselves 15 pounds extra with their gear on or whatever. But like, that's still a good, like, if his frame is 5'11 and 180, that's a good frame.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
for sure.
like 180 pounds. You're still a solid guy. People will try and say because of the weight standards now, and like I said in pro sports, where they say, "Oh, this guy weighs this much," it's all inflated. You
Hmm.
bring him down to earth, have him step on a scale. Yeah, okay, it's more human, right? Like not
For
every
sure.
athlete, and weight is distributed differently, right?
Hmm.
Like this kid's, he's like Bedard. He's well built.
Good. We
Speaking of
need it.
which, the combine also happened, and although Bedard looked yoked, he didn't really perform insane at anything. But there's a great big guy who Stevie Y is looking at who did well at the combine.
Who's that?
His name is Sam Honzek, and he would be the guy the Wings would take with their pick 17, or maybe trade up to get with pick 17. He's a 6'4", 190-pound power forward. He he won first place, I think, in the VO2 max test, which is like endurance, and also max power output. So that's when they test like the bench press pressure or whatever,
Mhm.
your explosiveness. Uh you won both of those. And during the interview they said Max Boltman from the Athletic, shout out to Max. Love to have him on sometime. Read his articles. Um he wrote that he interviewed this Hanzek kid who's he's a Czech Republic kid playing in the WHL. So he interviewed him and he said, "Yeah, Detroit was the best interview that I've ever had. I was in there for
Oh,
like almost an hour, and they asked me, and Stevie Y went to all 19 of his playoff games.
also, yeah. So he's very interested.
Yeah, he went to all 19 playoff games and talked to him
Mm.
after. So
I like it. Let's move a little closer to home here.
yeah, sounds like a plan.
We have some new signings.
Deadly,
We have
deadly, deadly.
there's been what, three, right?
Yes, 3 thus far.
So far. More to come. Do you want to just kind of explain to everybody who we have and where they're coming from and what they,
So
because I know you're probably already dialed in on these guys. So
yeah, so I'll talk about start about talking. That makes a lot of sense. Start talking about the youngest of them all. 2005 birthday.
2005, Jesus.
Or is he in 06? No, I think he's in 05.
Still,
Cale McCabe.
yes.
Terrific young two-way center. Won the MVP for his team with the Sun County AAA program, who has put out many great 73s, the most recently of which is Austin Gouvermont, who
Mm-hmm.
everyone knows and loves. And guys prior to that, you look at guys like Liam Hall and many of the 73s, Ethan Hamlin, Isaac LeGood. A lot of people have dipped their feet in the water. That's Sun County Panthers. Great program. Kale McCabe will be signing with us. He'll be a full-time 73. As far as I know, he'll probably slot in. He's a center iceman, although he can play the wing. As I said, great two-way player, good offense, smart defensive instincts as well. Plays the ice well. Then we get kind of a different player. If anyone knows and loves, well, obviously you do. If you're a Threes fan, you know and love Luke Shirk.
Mm-hmm.
This kid is a Luke Shirk who has a ring.
Yeah.
And it's Kale Kuvion. This guy, he's probably, I don't know, like 5'7" on a good day. But this kid, man, he outworks everyone else on the ice. Like literally. You heard Mark Rideout talking about a guy who's going to go out there and work his butt off. It's Kale Kuvion. This guy, he goes around, like I said, 5'6", whatever he is. He's pretty yoked, so he's probably $175. Just blows guys up on the ice like it's ridiculous, and he's not leaving his feet. He's clean hitting these guys and flattening him. His low center of mass is insane. He's a wrecking ball, and he scores goals. He did well at the junior B level, and he's the kind of kid who's built for junior C hockey. The jungle, as they call it. Look out. We got Kale Kuvion. That's right. Sutherland Cup champion. Thank you very much. Champ does what he wants.
I love the physicality too. So
yep. And guess what? His co-champion, good strong Woodsley boy, the brick wall on the blue line, Nolan McKibben.
Kibber.
The Iron Horse from Woodsley. Look out for this man. He is a nail. 6 foot, 200 pounds. He's built like a brick wall. You go to the blue line, say hello to Nicholas Cromwell. That's what's happening. You're getting flattened, like literally.
So is he kind of the guy essentially that I said a few weeks ago that I wanted? I want a big, rough and tough D that can hit.
Yeah, but he's not an idiot.
No, I didn't.
He's not going to be going around fighting people and stuff.
No, I don't. I just mean I wanted somebody big and physical. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, he's big and physical, and he will likely be the replacement for. Although I believe Nolan is a right defenseman, which the 73s are in grave need of. I believe he's going to kind of replace the role that Mateo Trifon had, and likely improve upon it. Nothing against Mateo, but that's hockey's not his primary sport, and it's Nolan's. We wish Mateo luck, though, as we already said in the past. Sure. He's going to the Western Mustangs, top premier football program there, so good luck to him. But Nolan McKibben's going to be that same kind of guy, and like I said, he's better at it. The numbers prove it. Had a great tenure with the Leamington Flyers, but he's going to be good on the threes, and it's not that he's just a defensive defenseman. He'll put up points. I think he went around a third of a point per game at junior B. I'm sure Mark Rideout is going to look into having this kid run one of the 2 power play units. He'll be the quarterback.
Hop into the rush a little bit too, right? Tell him don't be scared to hop into the rush once in a while.
He's got a good clap bomb too.
We need that on the point on the power play.
Yep. Very good clap bomb.
I felt last year when we kept staying around the outside, like we weren't really
too much of a perimeter team.
Yes, agreed. Exactly.
Well, Mark is going to fix that because he was the power play coach with the Flint Firebirds.
Yeah, he's like power play specialist. So
yep. I think special teams in general. I think he'll be good with the penalty kill too. So
I expect that to improve.
Anyways, those are the 3 we know as of now. As we said, we don't know anything else obviously official, but stay tuned. I have a feeling Mike Paley isn't done.
By the way, too, shout out to Mike for the work he's done so far.
He's assembling a super squad of all super squads. He saw enough last year. All right. Yeah. He's like, you know what? We're done with this. We're done with Essex. Like the finals, Lakeshore. We get it. You guys are good. You've won it. Whatever it is, 5 years in a row now, 6 years in a row. I'm not going to say something because I don't want to jinx it. I jinxed it last year in my own humble opinion. But you better be shaking in your boots right now if you're a person from Bell River, because Essex this year, oh, you're going to be seeing lots of double-digit scores on that board in the Essex barn, baby.
We're gonna
And
be
it's going to be
looking.
for us.
We're gonna be looking to do a possible hat trick promo with the 73s too. So look
Yeah.
for
Oh,
that
yeah, for sure. Stay tuned. And
this year.
also, we will be, once the 73s have listed like all their new additions are final, we're going to be getting them on.
Yes, for sure.
So, like I already
100%.
I
Hopefully we get those in person though. Hopefully we'll have all the right equipment by then that we can sit down and talk to them. So we're getting
we'll see.
that soon. So
Later date and a later time, but obviously that's what our hope and goal is for.
mhm.
But aside from that, I think that's all I have.
Yeah, I'm fucking tapped, bro. That was a good little chat there.
It was fantastic. Once again, Vegas Cup champs, 73 is making a lot of noise, and lots of trade talk as usual as we approach the draft.
Yeah, so
So,
our next episode, since we're about halfway through June, Tristan's gonna go on vacay.
yeah.
So probably now for the rest of the summer, you'll probably just see us like we'll do an episode around the draft like this where we'll be talking. We'll do an episode
I
probably.
wouldn't mind doing a live,
Yeah, we can do that too.
and
Or
I would love to share
for
my
the
thoughts on the
for the
draft.
draft.
I
Okay,
would
well
love to share my thoughts on every single
we
player.
can
That is what I
maybe
live for.
well the draft's the 24th, right?
Oh,
So no, we're not doing that. We can
who
maybe do
knows?
it.
I'm gonna come from up north. I'm gonna text you every single.
We can maybe do it from Free Agent Frenzy. We can maybe go live for a little bit to see.
Listen,
But the thing is, though,
yeah, that's July
Free
1st.
Agent Frenzy, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen though.
You're gonna be like, oh,
We could be sitting there for 3 hours before we even get a trade. That's or a signing or
we
whatever.
get
Right?
like a
So,
rumor.
yeah.
Oh, it's a rumor.
Elliot Friedman said he's gonna sign here, and then he signs fucking on the team across the country. Like,
Elliot Freeman trolled every New Jersey Devil fan for like 3 months. I'm telling you, I think Gaudreau is going to be a Devil. Everything is pointing that way. Signs with the Blue Jackets.
And Columbus, bam, gone.
And he was terrible. Oh my gosh, Columbus, what are you doing? Come on, Lee.
We're gonna find out.
Lee, they can skate, but they can't win,
Yeah,
man.
well, it's not Lee running the show there. So
No, it should be. Good Lord.
we're gonna have, like I said earlier, we're gonna have to reach out to Lee and see what he thinks of everything kind of going on there. So we'll have to do that for sure. We're due for a visit from Lee to see what's
Lee
up and
Harris
what's
is an
going
absolute
on.
legend.
So
That guy's awesome.
so we'll see what's going on with Lee. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, Tristan and I, we're gonna bounce.
Yeah.
So we're out of here.
I
And
work
we'll
tomorrow.
talk again.
Last day
Yeah.
of work before vacay, so we'll get that done and
He's
over
going to
with.
work. I'm going to get my ball snipped. So until
There
next
you
time
go.
we talk, it'll probably
We
be
both got a full day ahead of us.
so.
All right.
So, like I was saying before, I'll run it through again real quick. We'll probably
No, we already know what it.
yes, we're gonna do an episode around the trade deadline or not
Oh,
trade deadline,
okay.
free agent frenzy. Fuck, I don't know why I keep saying trade deadline,
Straight
but we'll
deadline.
do one around free agent.
Yeah, we're gonna
frenzy.
take a quick 7-month
Fuck yeah.
hiatus, everybody.
Yeah,
We'll see you
one,
next
Ant.
year.
Bash one, Ant. But so we'll do one around free agent frenzy, and then the rest of the
Sorry, that
summer
was
we're
funny.
probably just gonna drop interviews.
Yeah.
We'll just drop a bunch of interviews. So
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
just you know what, Tristan, fuck off. All right, everybody, look for those until next time we talk. And
who knows? We'll give you our next episode is gonna be whenever the Red Wings win a cup. So
we'll see what happens. And
all right,
this clown here, Tristan, we're signing off. We're out of here. See us.
See ya.
I lost my fight with time. My numbers up and up the line. I gaze at the darkness, so empty. Just looking for the light. Shout for help, but no one's there. Need a guiding hand, someone who cares. All alone in the darkness, I've realized for the first time I am scared. If I could do it all again, if I had one more chance, my friend, I would rewrite all my wrongs. I would find where I belong. I got love.